Yo, 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 yo. Hey, yo, what up? Hello? Splah, spreadsheets. So exciting. It's cool. We're getting our grind on. How's everybody doing? How's your Thursday? I see normals slurking in the back. Trying to establish all the characters we currently have in the first level. Oh. Losing my train of thought on buttons. So much copy all. Go ahead and try to keep things as lined up as we possibly can. I'm gonna have to move all those other ones down as well. That's okay though. Does he maybe classify as that? A very large ground runner. I don't see why he wouldn't, right? I mean, he's not as big as a bear, but we'll do it for right now. We'll drag him. Oh, do not want all of that. We'll drag him over and just give him a little header. Of course, it's not big enough. Not big enough for a big bird. So, my thought was utilize what we currently have, get those all kind of categorized in the first one, and then progress from there. But I broke each section up, each level area, into pairs of 2. So we're looking at 8 levels. There would be, I'm thinking, a cluster of flying different enemies within those stages. That way it can progress to harder bugs. And we are on the sprite layer. And we know that this is drastically going to shift size with the mosquito. And what we have, better check our spreadsheet. You never know when Hunter's gonna throw out a new version. Okay, we're still on that one. All right. Take me to my sprites. Need my sprites on tap. And the only thing we don't have at the moment is this one. put an effect on it just so we know it's not overlay. I don't think any of those are going to work. It's a white background. All right, I'm not going to worry about it anymore. That's the only one we don't currently have in the game is this fat mosquito. So I don't know if I want to hold off on the fat mosquito for the next cluster or if we want him to be irregular. But we probably wouldn't do any more than those. Morning. Howdy, name's Randy. Still working on our sheet here. Well, at the moment. Let me move this. Yeah. I thought I made those bigger yesterday so I could read it. Oh, I can always zoom in. Now that's what we don't have is a squirrel. We're going to go pretty standard squirrel. And just for reference, take a look at some cartoon squirrels too. Because we want to keep something simple like this guy. And the whole reason we want to do this is so we can make a template specific to the size. Let's see, 128. And then hopefully this will keep all of our line stuff consistent across characters. Project settings. 120. Turn that off. At 24 frames per frame. 24 frames per second. Why is this not refreshing? I don't have time to keep an eye on that chat all. Here, I'm gonna throw it over here just in case. Ow. I want to get a little bit better at our setup for our sprite characters. This way, every time we go back, we have to go back to a file and make a change. It'll be a lot easier. Squirrel. We want a custom image. Sprites. Squirrel. And then we'll be able to pull our colors directly from the squirrel image. Which may or may not be. So his tail will probably just have a little bit of motion. Okay. That's what happened. Why did that turn all oblong? Bottom of his body a little bit. Now we can get a little skewish. Whoa, stretch the body. Yeah, my chat's. This chat is acting funny today. Glad I pulled that up. Yo, 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 yo. Hey, 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 hey. What's up, Blorp? Shout out to the home cream. We're building a squirrel. He doesn't look like much of a squirrel yet, but he will. Once we get his body right. And we're going to go ahead. Let's keep things separate. That way it doesn't get as messy, because it will get messy. We're going to take that one. We're going to go to scripts, draw, and we're going to split the curve. We only want one split in there. Bam. Reasoning for that is, maybe we should do two. Let's do two. Better. We just want to be able to have that little gap in there, and then we're going to S that tail up. Possible. Right now I'm kind of questioning how the tail's going to, because this may actually end up being a darker color. like that one. Moving over a little so our lines are not on top of everything. No, I'm good. I appreciate it though. Grow your audience faster than ever before. Come on. Clicking the wrong button. Placement. And then we're just going to copy this. Flatten it into a foot. Not a great foot at the moment. Pre-existing placeholder. Get it as close to the bottom. It's gonna drive me insane that chat's not functioning. Docs. Custom. Auto refreshed. Where's my link? I would just redo my link. That would be easier. Let's see if this does, give me just a second. I'm trying to fix something. See if that. We'll see if that works. And then let me do this. Do you think people really get scammed by the Streambot stuff? I didn't realize the music was so loud either. Screaming over the music. There, we should be a little more comfortable. Back to our squirrel. squirrel leg. We're gonna bolt that in pretty tight. Probably what would happen here is it would just be that kind of gone. We're gonna have a little curve here. And same thing on this side. We're gonna tighten that a little. Actually, we're gonna tighten it a lot. Almost like a little boot. Little squirrel boot. Teeny tiny. We'll come back to that. Now, our overlapping. This would actually, we want it to kind of curve up. Actually, before we do that, let's just resize it. So I think what I want is it to come into that curve. So we'll come down. Just going to cover up that shape in the back. It looks weird now. It'll look great later. Boom, boom. I did kind of want to keep it that one. A little underbelly on the backside. Not a perfect tail, but it's a pretty good tail. IMO. Tiny little indiscrepancy is okay. At this point, right about there. So we can do that. Kept him in the box pretty good. Point here. This way we can add a little separation on that tail. I think we'll add one there as well. D. No, wrong tool. H. And most of our... We've been doing a lot of stuff at 3. So I'm going to maintain that. So when we do export this, we'll really know. We'll get a better idea of our line thickness. Maybe we dump that because this will show more of the underbelly. He is sealed. Left leg. Tail. Torso. We're going to duplicate the left leg and name it right leg. Oop. Move it to the back. Highlight everything and slide it over. Maybe not too far. We may tighten up the butt end a little bit and shift his whole body over. Or maybe just the body. Maybe we do it now. Yeah, no, because I'm going to want to pull that in better. We'll get there. We'll get there when we need to get there. Boom. Yeah, I think what we do, take this, we go script draw, split curve, and this time we only need one. Yeah, perfect. Nope. Grab the points we need. Bam. We're going to do the same thing here and here. Bad boy down. We may even shrink that one. Doesn't always have to be super perfect. We will add a lot of detail to the squirrel as well. Okay. I was like, what happened? Bam, 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 bam. All right, arms. He needs arms. They got kind of little half moons with hands. So I have a feeling that wasn't going to work the way I wanted. It'll make sense. Don't know if I want to break it up into sections. I kind of want him to have like a little bit more of a hump. Yeah, I think I do. I want that line there. I want this one small and this one bigger. This is something I've never understood about this software is when you click here, it says like 78. But if you click on the shape, it's 3. And I've always found that completely ridiculous that that was a thing. This squirrel was minding his business. Next thing you know, he really doesn't need much for hands. That was huge. That size, though. Autofill, auto stroke, auto weld. He doesn't necessarily need fingers, though. So we're gonna make some little sausages. We're gonna split these on ones. And then bum, 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 bum. May even do more. Yeah, it's not bad. I'm okay with that. Why would you grab all of that? Makes it a little more handish. I want the taper in there more, though. Long fingers. Well, we have one here. That causes problems. have to. It's gonna have to flash with that. Oh well. Now let's get this hand off of the torso. Left arm. And duplicate right arm. So we may pull his entire body back. I'm gonna tilt it a little. Yeah. Shrink it down more. Same thing with the right arm. All right. We'll do it. Yeah, we'll keep his hand, his left in front of everything. Full triangle head. Add just a little bit of curve on everything. A lot of torpedo heads around here, you know? Yes, I do. It's right here. What are you talking about, internet? I think we'll kind of do the eye like we did the mosquito eye. A little more aggressive than it needs to be, you know? And because shapes and stuff, bim, bim. We're going to get rid of the stroke. Shrink it just inside of that. We'd probably go a little more. And we'll stretch these two out. A little twist on them. There he goes. Since he's kind of more of a flat view rather than a 3/4, we'll bring those ears in pretty tight. Coming out a little bit there. So let's fix that while we're here. Just enough. We want to stay in there, you know? Awesome. Look at you getting it all done. I like it. Give me that black. Squirrel's almost done. Oops. Put him on the wrong one. Head. Big giant eyes. lot of times what you get more so in cartoon looking squirrels. No, I guess they kind of do that too. So it's almost like his color needs to be split up throughout his head. Yeah, give me a little better shot of the nose. This would be up a little more. It would be a little more like that. And the question is, can he maintain size in his box when he throughout the animation? If not, we could switch him to double the size. And we'll just keep notes on all that stuff. And I'm thinking maybe he needs to be more of a gray squirrel. Which is really, we just make his inside stuff white. Because they would have more. Let's see. Copy and paste that. Bring it out. For now, I'm gonna make it the same color, but nah, we should probably start the change, right? We'll leave a little bit of color in it so he's a little more distinct from the background later. And a lot of that's gonna go and that's gonna go, because what I want to do is add his eye little circle. The details matter. Wrap right around this eyeball. This will probably come. Those details we always do that are a little too unnecessary? We're doing them. Let's make our squirrel look good. Just shy of that happening. We're gonna have just a little point here. And we'll add another one. This one is out of control. Grabbing the wrong one. There we go. Now he's got a little bit cuter of a head, right? Oh, cute head squirrel. All right. I want that color to make the schnoz. We're going to start with the triangle. Good squirrel schnoz. Yeah, for some reason, that's not updating chat. Okay, I'll just have to keep an eye on it. I get frustrated when it don't work the way it's supposed to work. Why aren't you working? Come on. Go ahead and round up the whole thing. Sharp. Keep that one sharp. It'll run front nose. Look at this cute little squirrel guy. Simplify. Much better. And we will make this 2. I think what we want is that little bit of curve to it. Squirrel's not looking too bad. Make a couple changes here. Okay, we'll come back to it. Gotta look smooth. We want that just before it hits. We kind of want him in a ready to pounce kind of scenario. That way the drop to him running won't be too much in the way. Like his come down. So yeah, when he comes down, he'll probably do like a little like hop motion. He's holding his own head. Zombie squirrel. Bring his left arm down. Look at him. Yeah, see, he's tiny, tiny. But we want him to run with the inside of that box. Right arm. Maybe we make him even a little more casual. Go to the head. I think we want just a little bit more roundness there. Oh, that almost makes him too cute. You're too cute, squirrel. And yeah, their arms are pretty close to their heads. A lot closer than we have them. I don't love that cluster. Because he needs to be able to flatten and kind of like have like a little wave to his motion. I wonder if he should start. He should probably start in the crouch position. And if that is the case, he should already be moved. And that ready to go. So we're going to see if we tilt his body in, bring it down. Maybe even more. Seeing if I can get him into a good pre-crouch here. Hands would flatten. Means we may replace some stuff. At least we got his body parts here. So that would kind of be like full extend. And our legs. It's okay if they clip a little bit on the legs. We want to get away from it as much as we can. It's a broken squirrel. We're gonna go ahead and copy the left one, go to the right one, highlight it all, delete it, and then paste the left one. We're gonna rotate this one just a little, but bring it all the way. Broken squirrel. And that, think about it a little more. Those would be in a stretched position. Which means the torso would be stretched more as well. Bring that left arm back. Kind of bring back our moon shape. All the work that goes into it. This is why I struggle with doing sketches and drawings, because I'm like, I can go ahead and I can do the entire sketch plan / drawing in the software, you know? All right, so torso definitely needs to be squished up here. Actually, let's go ahead and get rid of that for now, while we're still kind of working on this. I think we do put the head on top. He's ready to come at you. Okay, so now that it's starting to make a little more sense of how he's going to work. Let's grab all of that. We can bring that tail over more. Just to give us, tiny bits of breathing room, so the tail can kind of go back and forth as it goes, as he runs. Because, yeah, they do kind of, when they're in that crouch position, they got that tail curled up pretty tight towards the back. I know they get long when they run. So that's something we kind of have to consider here. Like, he's going to be the type of character that would do that, which that was what our ants. Yeah, they ended up being 4 long, which is what... Watch, these squares aren't going to be perfect. Why can't I grab those? Oh, because that's in front. Okay, we'll do it on the one on the bottom. should be 256. So there is something off there. But if he's currently 1 square, but we did him at 128, so he's actually a little larger. I'm not sure how the run function is going to work if he's that tight. Let's save one of him. Make him as a test. Where are our sprites? Let's look at our sprites. See, we think making a game is going to be fun and entertaining until we start doing it. And then we realize, ooh, not as entertaining. What? Sprite layer. He's in there. It makes him larger, but should he maybe be double sized? Let's make sure we got this. We want this to be nice and perfect. Didn't I just hide? What layer is he on? Did I not just put him on there? Oh, it created a dimension layer. Okay, that makes sense. There. Now hide. There we go. Just know what I'm doing, software. Yeah, so 256. If he did a run, which would... because I feel like he would. And it does, it will, yeah, because we got this extra space to work with. Let's see if we made it 256. Do not. Does give us a lot more power as far as creating the run. It's not poop. I think if I do that, it locks it on, yeah. I don't think we need to necessarily worry about we will want these to squish up. Don't know if the hands will be necessary either. Legs. may not necessarily need that pin like that, but and that's not going to uncurl. I think we just kind of keep it pretty straight. And we never gave him a right arm. Just a little. Because I'm curious what kind of problems this could cause. Could cause? Your ack, like Mars Attacks. And something I haven't been doing that has been bothering me within the game is not adding the detail stuff that I like to do. And this may not be necessary. Okay, so with him being like this, it should allow us to let's see. This would be completely attached. Bind points. Be this one and bind points. I lost my train of thought. What is that again? Bind points. Actually, I'm just going to go straight to the hand. Bind points. Torso. Bind points. On the torso. Bind points. Losing my train of thought. Tried to turn that into an REM song. That did not work out very well. I may have to rethink the structure of the tail. We'll see how it plays out. Because it may make sense to have this be its kind of its own ball. Okay. Right arm. We did not build a bone structure. Is it necessary? Probably is. It's better to do it and not need it, right? I may have screwed up my links. No, you stay attached to that. I think we want the tail there. Connected. Arms are connected to the neck. No, I think I'm good. I think I did that right. Okay. Got to be aware of the hierarchy and what a bone is linked to. Huge. So huge. If we make his box bigger like this, his sprite box, I know this won't be in-game box, but I think that'll allow us to have the kind of jump that we want. In theory. It's a little tricky going from like how I normally would animate a character to make sure it fits all the restraints of a game. I did not build that either, so yeah. BA select. We're pretty much just kind of do the same thing here. Right leg. Fine points. Fine points. All right, let's do a little bit of test with our puppet here. Yeah, we want to get rid of that. Turn them down. We may have to. We'll do some smart bones for some of this stuff. I don't know what that is. We can, it's part of the tail. We can fix that. And same thing with this. See, he doesn't quite stretch. I like that pulls his belly out. So, like, it wouldn't... Like, I wonder if he could hop within that and it still makes sense. Like within our original box. I don't want to lay the key structure. I don't want to lay the keyframes out too much yet. Let's lock the position. We're going to work on twos at the moment. Let's do it this way. And I know, there'd be cushion and stuff, but and that would be if it jumped. Now, if it was running, right? Both arms would cut back. These ones would pull forward. Oh, a lot of bones on top of themselves there. Come on. I'm not sure if I could even pull this off the way I wanted to. I didn't quite make his legs do that. But that's why we test, right? If I can make him work in that tiny box, I kind of would like to. Just to keep our sizes, different sized enemies. They would kind of spring into action like right away. It's that tail. Like it's almost like we need the extra room just for the tail. I'm trying with the hop first. And I'm trying to keep my frames as tight as possible. I'm doing no squishing either, which doesn't make it any easier. Still flips out a little bit there. I think he has to be a 2-box character because he's just got too much distortion and doesn't feel real. Right? So that is definitely not going to work because he needs to be able to hit that like flight position, even if it is a run, right? Which means he could actually be a little bit bigger and we could do his tail better. Because he needs to be able to do that. And we need to make it where his legs have the proper bend as well. Still think that's gonna... It's not too bad. We've got a tail popping out back there. So yeah, tail's got to be done different. Dang, I wanted to keep him in that smaller box though. The only way I could is if I made him even smaller than what he is currently. I don't know, would his hitbox still... Would the hitbox still maintain that small square even if he stretches while he's running? Is that going to be an issue? Or can our hitbox maintain regardless of sprite size? Okay. Oh, not what I meant to do. I'm trying to break the rig. Let's make this 6 frames. We're not getting much clip in there on the bottom. There's a couple little spots. And I think he needs to pull back. And we're going to jump this to 12 because we're going to spread everything out. We're going on 2s. That's the second thing. That's not too bad like that. Other than that little house feeder. But I need to add a hinge like right around here on his foot. And I don't think I necessarily have to do it as much for his hands. I think I can make his hands work. We're gonna put in frame 1 is perfect position, and then everything would go over 1. And there's one there, one in the beginning. Yeah, so that's... It's not a perfect run, right? Because when he hits here, he should actually curl up more. Oh. There's so many bones all clustered together right there. A little bit of an issue right around there. Which, those are things I knew I would maybe have a problem with. His arms don't feel like they're... It needs a little work. I mean, it gets the point across right now, but really all we want is we want that tail to stay in the box. So yeah, we should be able to be fine with that then, right? Let's save this. He is not a test. He's the real deal. And then I just got to pretty him up. His eyes may need... Yeah, I think we need to build up that white around his eyes. Yeah, that's a little bit better. And that kind of renders this. Oh yeah, there was a couple dots there. Let's delete that one. And then this one doesn't have to be as dramatic. Matter of fact, let's delete that one too. And we'll just shrink these up. Keep it fairly big. Yeah, he's looking good. We're gonna give him a little more of a... It kind of looks like he's smiling. But we all know that he's the most evil. And if he's not, we're going to make him the most evil. I feel like I messed this eye up. Worse. We just need to put a little evil in his outline here. That's what it is. He's the most evil squirrel. And then just for now, we'll go ahead and throw the little cherry on top for the eyes, because you know how squirrels can easily pull one over on you. We need no stroke on that. So they got to feel like they can pull it over on you, you know? Make them extra cute. I mean, it doesn't show a whole lot there, but we'll know that he's fake cute, you know? Just so create a dead layer. Okay, so the biggest issue is tail and making the feet make sense, which I think if he could lift up a little more, it'd be okay. So that's kind of my thing, right? Like, should he be more size to the big box then, so we can utilize as much space as possible? These are the days of our lives. Did I delete? Oh no, I hit him, didn't I? Yeah. So essentially what would happen with him then is he would actually be more in this square. And then as he jumps out, he circles back into that one square. Which I imagine the hitbox could probably flow with the character, right? So it could actually expand out. Even if it doesn't, it's fine. That's what I'm saying. Like, I want it to be easy. And like the roach was easy, the ants were easy, the more complicated we get with our characters, right? Especially ones that actually can extend out like that. I want to be aware of size changes so it makes the programming portion of it streamlined. When it leaves my director, animator department, I want things to be as easy as consistent as possible. And easy to change on the fly. So if we have the ability to be like, oh, this needs to be changed, like something's wrong with the size. You know, it's kind of like the flyers, right? You kind of smush the flyers. I'd rather re-export to size. That way we're not resizing, because when you resize images, that's when they get distorted and warped and pixelated and all that stuff. To where if we do it in the higher quality and then bring it down, it can fit proportionally. I also hate that I'm not sticking to the spreadsheet. And that's my fault. That's nobody's fault but mine. I keep like dog's been on there for weeks. I haven't completed anything in weeks. That's on the list. I do need to go through that too and kind of update my progression. All right, that's already saved. Let's make, and we just saved this, so let's make sure it's saved. Refresh. Yeah, I hate that. And I bet I bet a reboot will fix it. That's normally what happens. All right, I'll be right back. right. Showed my wife the squirrel, and I realized while we were talking, we probably need specialized names for our animals rather than just squirrel. Give him a little bit of a forehead here. Oh, slick back. Oh. Ooh, those are right next to each other. That's the problem. Maybe not. That needs to come back. I don't know if I want like a bump on the nose or not. Probably. Now, if I add detail, I'm wondering if I could do some of these masks on. We need a new group. We're going to put the head in the group, and we're going to assign the group to the bone. We're going to add a new vector. We're going to turn this into mask mode. And in theory, I want that to, you know what? Let's make it that color. No, that's too dramatic. Okay, yeah, so I could do that. So if I wanted to do taper the ends, put the size to 2, click on head, go to masking, and exclude strokes. Oh, I did it on the wrong layer. These will just be kind of where I'm putting any added detail. Turn our stroke off. Because that's something I haven't been doing with a lot of these characters, or adding my little flair to it to make the art stand out more. Is it F? Yeah, it's F. I want to bring this one up here. Now, will that go through that? It will. Okay, noted. Yeah, details you'll never see ever in life. But I want them there. And torso would be trickier from the way that we've already laid him out. So we'll just do one of those deals. Simplify. we'll make this fatter. And then it'll just have to be associated with the bone. Oop. Nope, do not grab that. Okay, that does add some detail to him. So we're gonna grab all of those, duplicate them, bring it down, rotate it a little, grab our circles here, we'll shrink them down, rotate them, and we're gonna put them over here. Actually, let's flip that and go ahead and make it big again. We could actually go like really big. Oop, don't do that. Dang it. 100%, please. Because that for sure is something I have not been doing enough with, is adding enough detail. Added detail that gives it the, like, my personal flair. And I would definitely like more of that. Oh no. Okay, yeah, that can cut through. Maybe we do have that kind of come up to the nose. Kind of curve the front there. I know it's hard to see in the little tiny shape that it makes there, but I feel like it does a lot. It really does. And on the lazy side of that, oh, nope. We're gonna give his eye just a little bit there. And then we'll go go back here. I'm kind of second guessing some of this color. I don't love how it contrasts with his body. Yeah, I think I like that better. Not a hard fix. Oh, wrong tool, wrong tool. There we go. Now he's got some character to him. It's gonna be a long road to get, you know, the right amount of finesse to him. I think we may want to bring all of this squished together. Just top there, and then we'll bring this one down. It almost comes off a little more chipmunky, but I would say he's still squirrel. That was the other thing I did not check that we need to check is how his size compares. No. That's how I mess stuff up. Copy that. Let's do one thing at a time. Guess I could still square from those other spots. Maybe not. Too many layers on top of layers. Hide spray. He looks lined up. I mean, I knew he wouldn't be in the sky like that, but, you know. Yeah, and see how his lines aren't too bad. Like most of these characters that are real close to proportional size, their lines match as far as everything, to where these guys, because we had to shrink them down, the lines are thinner. And we want consistency for all moving characters. For the most part, we've done pretty good about it. These guys have thinner lines, which I don't love, which is why I wonder if we need to change kind of how we're doing those. Our roach is huge too. Our Florida wildlife. Sick. Oh no, it doesn't go with the body. Our face dots are, though. That's good. It's just the body ones, but I was aware of that. Looking good, Mr. Squirrel. Now we just have to redo your tail. What time is it? Oh, yeah, I got a meeting coming up. I'm going to try my best to, there's been a few times I've worked on the game. You know, like yesterday, I spent a bunch of time pre-laying out this stuff before I turned the stream on and started doing it. I'm going to try to get a little bit better with that stuff. And going live as soon as I start working on the game. I probably need to have a meeting with Hunter to talk about some UI stuff on top of some of this game stuff and go over sprites. I want to see how the sprites are functioning because it helps me understand how the animation is going to work when either sent over or applied to game. It's all about timing. What sucks is one thing I noticed in Game Maker when I was using Game Maker is the I had to duplicate a lot of sprites because of the frame rate. Because it's operating, you know what, I'm assuming it's probably doing 60 frames. I think we talked about this before. I don't know if it's doing 24 frames or 60 frames per second. If it's 24, it's fine because that's what I'm normally operating in. 60 makes games, will make it almost too clean and apply way too many frames. I think we can do that pretty easy for testing. Like if I change this to 60, you know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, it does make a little bit of a cleaner motion overall, but it's too many frames, right? To where we could possibly say, okay, well, if we're doing 60 frames, we'll just have to stretch them out, and we did 30 frames per second on my end. And that keeps it closer to that 24 with the smoothness. Because more frames does not always equal better animation. That little bit of choppy that 12 and 24 frames can offer makes it feel more true to the eyeball. And we want to stay true to the eyeball. Grab those, bind points. We're going to hit this one. And we're going to, you know what? I think we'll just do those. And we'll see if the ones in between will hold those shapes correctly. There's a little bit of a wobble there. I think that's fixable, though. This also pre-preps me for the dog. So, dog's body is going to kind of have that same kind of run. Right? I may even be able to export this character, kind of like we did with our Ibis, which we never exported our Ibis. And I think did I ever make a new? Yeah, I had to have. Thought I did. Sprites. Yeah, there's the Ibis. But he does look a lot like a chicken. I think his head needs... Oh, yeah, we needed to redo his wings. That was the problem with him. I see how much more like just detailed he feels just with the little bit of extra that we did. I haven't even done stuff like that with Red or Randy, but it adds so much character, adding highlights and shadows, right? Which even, well, we did on his cheek right there. But yeah, the details, huge. So yeah, I need to run through some lists and stuff, man. We got so much stuff. I got so behind with old mom's going to the hospital the last 2 weekends. Figured out I need to check on them. It became, because family first, family became more impertinent, very impertinent. And it threw my entire schedule up. I didn't realize how dark I looked either. Dark stream. Is it not going to trigger on? Nope, apparently not. I got a bright light in front of my face and I'm as dark as dark can be. I'm not even sure why. It's been a weird week. Not a bad week. Just a weird. There we go. Now I'm brightened up. Been dark this whole time. Call me Dark Jones. And this doesn't even, like, if we look at our list. Now, granted, some of this is going to be repeatable. Certain characters may be, if not in every stage, half of the stages at least. But this just right here, we would end up with 8 bosses, 8 large, 16. Each one of those are going to have probably between 3 to 4 different sprite sets. So just on the simple level, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 characters. So say, I almost want to just say go by 10, but let's say by 5. That's 40 with probably 12 frames per character. It's a lot. We're talking about 100 and something, 200 and something characters that have to be designed. Granted, we're, 5% into that or 10% into that. And we got our main characters figured out. Plus boss sizes, because some bosses, I know we're going to make them huge. In theory. Let's butt that up nice and tight. Oh, look, that's even off. Noted. Like some bosses are going to be big. So how do we get them to fit in whatever the structure is? Versus mechanics. Kareem, I told Kareem about if he wanted to submit a form. Because he did have like kind of requests. But I'm in touch with him regularly, so we can get that situated and figured out. We wanted to make, he was talking about directional throws. So he likes the wheel, but he doesn't like that you can throw behind yourself and shoot behind yourself. He feels like you should face direction, that makes sense. His logic made sense on it. Now, let's just so we can get an idea. No, I'm not going to. I'm going to hold off before I start exporting. I want to spend a little time loving on the squirrel to get him really working right, because I don't want, where's it at, that to happen. His like graphic effect is like a boom and popping out. But I do want more stylized. I want our characters to be more stylized. Yeah. So I think even if we pulled him in, here, let's do, we're gonna call it Squirrel Test 2. Go here, grab our sprites. Just that alone, like the amount of detail, how much he pops compared to the rest of them. Not that the mosquito, there ain't much we can do about the mosquito. He doesn't need a lot of detail. Same thing with this one. He's got enough in his juice belly. But him compared to Red, like, we can add some better flair with Red. And the more I think about the way his bone structure is in the current setting of him, that maybe doesn't need all that extra wiggle that it's got, because I feel like it causes a little chop with beard movement. But it's something we'll test on as time goes by. But I mean, even with these two, right, just that little bit of extra I added makes him stand out so much more than them. Mostly this cheek, right? That shadow on that cheek just made his face look three-dimensional, right? And that's what we need, is we need more dimension in our characters. Like, she needs a little shadow right there. Though it's not much, it'll make it feel like this, her cheeks are popped out. It'll make the world a difference, for sure. Every day, a little progress. Proud of us. Even though I feel like Hunter's like, oh, I mean, I'm just kind of like making some menu stuff, waiting on you to get some artwork done, Jones. I just don't want to, right now, like some of the stuff, I don't want to hand it to you and you set it up and then you're like, this isn't going to work. We got to redo it. I want to avoid redoing things as much as possible. Because going back and having to redo anything is not fun at all, which is what I've had to do quite a few times already. First time out, make it proper. That's what I want. All right. Yeah. We can make it all happen. I don't like this. I don't like this broken chat going on. It's really messing with my brain. All right, but I'm going to get out of here. I got a meeting coming up soon. I'm going to go handle that. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And tomorrow we'll see if we can't get a little more character progress, much like we did today. Peace, homie. Peace out, Norm. You'll be getting... We're going to see how often we can do updates, but he's already got another update. And I'm like, I don't have time to write a post. But, yep. You guys have a good rest of your day. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.